What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about stellar lumens today, XLM. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 29th day of July. Here we are, guys. Final days of July. Looking good. You know, I just got out of the monthly time frame. Let's go back to the monthly time frame real quick. What are we doing? Where are we at right now? Let's see. We're up 75% this month with a massive wick to the upside. But man, I wouldn't be surprised in the next 2 days, 22 hours left in this month here. I wouldn't be surprised if we close the gap on this wick a little bit and potentially even see would it be the highest? Yes, the highest monthly close that XLM has ever seen. It's either this month or next month. Your time is up if you're looking to buy XLM on the cheap, right? Your days are numbered below the land of 52-cent price monthly closing areas, right? You're not going to get that anymore. For the rest of the cycle, it's up and up only, man. Good things are coming. I mean, you look at the MACD on the monthly time frame, you have just crossed this, or I should say the faster moving average or faster oscillator has started to diverge away from the slower oscillator, giving you some bullish momentum building right there. The stochastics look phenomenal, pointed to the overboughts, and you're going to get, like a lot of people I think assume that this move here, as glorious and fantastic as it was, 468%, a lot of people I think assume that we're not going to get a move like that again. It consolidated for multiple cycles. That was a once in a cycle thing. It's not going to happen like that again. But we're about to get to the overbought zone. We're about to produce stronger readings on the MACD. We're about to get in the overbought zone on the RSI again. You guys, it's going to be a stronger move. It's this next move. What do I mean by it? I mean this next move between where we are now and where the end of it is. It's going to be above, what price is that? It's going to be above $1.50. Absolutely. It's going to be above $1.65. There's little doubt in my mind that it will be, or that it won't be. Little doubt in my mind that it would be there or higher, I think is how I would phrase that properly. Anyways, let's get into the short-term stuff. Let's talk about the 1 hour time frame. We'll come back out to the long-term stuff by the end of this, right? Looking at this here at 42 cents right now, 1 hour time frame. Let's throw some automatics on these guys. Stochastics are bullishly diverging. RSI is bullishly diverging. MACD is even bullishly diverging technically. I wouldn't be surprised if you went lower. You do have good things going for you, but let's just look at this a little bit deeper for a second, all right? You've got lows here. You've got a low there. We're going to connect these two lows, and then we're going to extend this trend line out to the right. I'm going to close in here. So if you notice, the first time that you found support of this area, what did you do? You moved up like this. The second time you found support of this area, what did you do? You moved up like this. The third time you found support in this area, did you notice what you did? You didn't really move at all, right? It's a weaker point of support now than it was then, right? Typically with these trend lines, that's exactly what you see. You'll actually likely break through this trend line. That will be where your low is, and then you'll move up. A lot of people look at these trend lines and assume, oh, this is the low. I'm going to buy blindly here. We're fine as long as we uphold this trend line. People buy up here. We're fine as long as we uphold this trend line. We break through it. Oh, no. XLM is a piece of crap. It's going to zero. They sell, and that's when we rip. Let's see if we can find a moment where that's actually the case again here. Let's see. So from here, taking this high into account to this high, notice that as soon as you broke this trend line, in fact, both of the times that you broke above this trend line, that was actually the best time to sell, right? On the third and fourth interaction. Those were the best times to sell, actually, not the best times to buy, right? You didn't break out there. It was actually the best, clearly selling points right there. Let's see if we can find it to the downside. It happens at various points in times. Let's see. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. If you're looking at it here, from a low here going to this low, when was the best time to buy? Right below that trend line. Every single time, in fact, it was right below that trend line. Then you started to get some different behavior and it went lower. But just saying, just validating the idea that it wouldn't surprise me if not where you are now was a great time to buy. Not that it's not. It's a good time to buy here at 42 cents, 41.8 cents. But I would bet just below that, and it's insignificant amounts. We're talking about 41.1 cents. We're at 41.8 cents. Nothing crazy. Maybe 40 cents itself. Maybe even below that low, just to scare people a little bit. Put some extra sauce on it, whatever. But something below this line is where you're going to find support. You've got the bullish divergence on your short-term time. Come on. On your short-term time frames, but I don't know. I don't know if that is bullish divergence. Even if it is, actually, even let's run with the idea that it is. You've made movements in correspondence to these moves. You've already enacted that bullish divergence and seen the action that takes place because of it. So you can and probably do go lower, actually. That'd be my expectation. Now, with that, I will say, if we did move up, maybe we move up to 43.4 cents and then still come down. We're on the 1 hour time frame, so this could happen over the next 24 hours, 36 hours. We could move up and then move down. But all in all, I don't believe that we're at our low here. I wouldn't be surprised if this was our low, down there at about 40 cents. But we could go lower. Absolutely, we could go lower. It wouldn't surprise me if we went lower. That's all I'm trying to say there. Looking at the 4 hour time frame. And don't use that every time. Just because you find support twice and then you're down here, that doesn't mean you have to go lower. But typically, right? I mean, there's a reason why that there was no coincidence there that every instance we looked at worked out exactly like I'm describing it, right? 4 hour RSI. It's because the markets. Think about it this way. Right? The markets are meant to take your money. They are. They're meant for you, the person who doesn't know what you're doing, to lose money to the people that do know what they're doing, and they know that. Anybody watching this trend line and thinking that that's an area of significance, they're going to go short, they're going to sell, they're going to panic, and really you're just at an area of support. You're at a prior area of resistance. You're at an area where you would likely find support, and they're going to buy into that, right? While you sell into it, the big dogs buy. It's psychological warfare. This game. It's oh my God, it's psychological warfare, you guys. It is treacherous. They say nothing is treacherous like the sea, but. They've never done charting, at least this kind of charting, at least, right? Technical analysis. Hold on, let me gotta plug this in. Come on now, I'm turning the camera because I'm trying to plug it in with one hand here. Okay, there we go. There we go. I just had my jug in my hand. Okay. I don't know why I caressed it on the bottom. I don't normally do that, but I was feeling it today, feeling like caressing it. Anyways, a little bit lower. It kind of looks like this. It's like a W, but with like this like U in the middle of it. It looks like a W the way that I drew it there, but it's like this. I like this shape. I really do like that shape. That's actually really. If you ever see this shape, heat it well. It's likely going to treat you right. Let's see if you see this. You did the same thing down here, right? You've got it right here. You can see it. Can you not see it? Let me help you. I'll draw it for you, right? You see it? You see it? Isn't it nice? See, diagonal trend lines won't show you that. This is the kind of stuff that is not obvious. That it's a pattern that you can rely on. Diagonal lines aren't going to help you, man. It's this weird stuff. It's the weird stuff that helps you. You should see, man. There's a guy, Crypto Face, really good trader in the space, a freaking legend, man. I think he's like 22. He's young. He made his first millions when he was 18. Like he's crazy, man. He's even younger than 18, I think. Absolutely crazy. And some of the patterns he draws are weird looking, but they work. they actually work. And he I don't even know, man, but he's got an eye. Some people got the gift, man. He's got the gift. But if you guys don't follow him, Crypto Face, he's not perfect. No trader is. And even if you have the gift, you're going to be wrong at times. Having the gift of trading is not being right all the time. It really actually comes more from knowing how to be wrong. The best traders, they're not the ones that know how to be right. Anybody can be right. A brainless monkey can be right. It's not about that, right? You can flip a coin and that could be right. Probably just as often as it would be wrong, right? It's not about being right or being wrong. It's about how to mitigate risk, actually. That's what makes a successful trader. The best traders know how to lose, actually. It's not that they know how to win. Anybody can win. It's not hard to win. It's losing that's hard. But I'm on a whole different tangent here. Let's get back to work here. 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour RSI is bearish. Looking like we've got lower highs and lower lows there. Yeah, pretty bearish. Stochastics oversold. 4 hour rejecting the zero. So what I'd like to see here is that we do get a 4 hour time frame to close. Come on now. Where are you at? Let's get it. Come on. 4 hour time frame to close below this here. We probably do, in fact, take out this low, XLM. You probably do go below 40.1 cents. Get a 4 hour time frame. I mean, maybe not. Maybe you just close below there, but you get like a double bottom directly. I don't know. But close below 41 cents, okay? Close below there, and you will officially have bullish divergence on your MACD. You won't have bullish divergence on your stochastics, but you'll probably be at a point where you're ready to come back up. You wouldn't have bullish divergence on your RSI either, but you'd be at an area where you've bounced before. And what you really want to do is form bullish divergence on your MACD between the oscillators here, this low and a higher low, this low and a lower low, because that's the only thing that'll turn this rejection off the zero into a good thing. And you don't, this rejection off the zero on the 4 hour can be ominous, but I don't think it is. I think you're at a closer place to break this downtrend in the 4 hour. I think you're at a closer place to reverse this here. Just prove me right and put that final piece together. Get a slightly lower low, uphold it, and then come back up. Get that bullish divergence and form this weird W with like a gap in the middle there, you know. And I think that you will. So I'm pretty confident at this point in time you will go below 41 cents, probably even below 40 cents. Scare people, and then we shall move up higher. Okay, Stellar Lumens talking about moving up higher. If we're looking at this from a relative high to low, maybe you go no, that's not the high to low, right? Because you still don't have your low yet. You're probably going to form it now. So let's actually take a different high to low. Let's take this high to low here. Oh, but it's so good at the 141. I really do like the idea of finding support at 40. But if you don't find support at 40, maybe it's 37.6 cents that you go to, if not somewhere in between. You really could find support right there at 39 cents. We don't have the high to low here, so I'm not going to use this extension to gauge where you'll go next, but I think this one's fair enough. You've got a bull flag too. This is a bull flag. So let's take this into consideration from a low to a high. Okay, and we'll put it just below this low here because I'm assuming that you do go below that low. If not, maybe you get a higher low, maybe you find support right there, but let's just put it just below that low to be conservative. It's better to be pleasantly surprised than to be left wanting, right? So here, you know, if you were to make this measure move come to fruition, it would make a lot of sense that you go to about 80 cents, 90 cents, $1. Measure moves are not requirements. They are ideas, and oftentimes with these ideas, you actually do exceed them or fall short of them. So maybe 75 cents to 83 cents is where you stop. Maybe you did stop at the 1,886,200 here. Maybe you go to the 2,886 right there at 75 cents. But with how bullish Stellar is, you're gonna see a lesser move. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. Maybe it's not so swift. Perhaps you do stop here. You find a little bit of turbulence and then continue to rally. But I would think you're earmarked for $1 and more, right? Obviously, overall, I think you're going above $1.50 by the end of this next move. We said that in the beginning of the video. I'm just thinking about where your next stop's going to be, right? It's like here, if I was saying you're going to find resistance at 50 cents, that doesn't mean that $1.50 to $2.50, which ultimately I think you're going around like $2.40 to $2.50. That doesn't mean that that's off the table. It's just you're finding resistance here on your path higher, right? And that might be the case with 75 to 83 cents. That's probably going to be the case with $1.04 to $1.12. I'm having a hard time because I don't think that you would stop here. That is your measure move, but I just don't think. Well, it's your presumed measure move, right? And it's a conservative measure move at that. What would it be if we put this up to your current low? A little bit closer, but still in the middle of nowhere. Let's throw some other fibs on here. Let's see if we can get some help from some other fibs. No, not really. We're probably not going to get any help from these fibs. Let's see, high to low. Yeah, not really. Still in the middle of nowhere. This overlaps. I think your next stopping point, early August. Like, man, between now and the 2nd of August, you really might move up all the way up to like $1.04. You can move up fast, XLM. Absolutely, you can. You're at 41.7 cents now. You got a lot going for you. If not there in the first couple of days of August, then probably by the end of the first week, if not more, right? Keep in mind, guys, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I've been saying this for any time that I can remember it. Coinbase is going under maintenance on August 2nd. If you're looking at the charts, the UTC chart, you look at the time frame, you put it on a 1 hour time frame, it'll be on the 15th hour, I believe. Yeah, it'll be the 15th hour of that day, UTC. So if you're on the 1 hour time frame, just look it up down there, 15th hour. They're going to go under maintenance for 4 hours. The second biggest exchange in the world for crypto is going under maintenance for 4 hours. I'm expecting a big drop to happen, or maybe a big pump, but some crazy stuff's going to happen on that. It normally does happen whenever Coinbase goes under maintenance because there's less liquidity, there's less volume. It's easier to move things, essentially, right? It's all tied up because withdrawals will be down, deposits will be down, trading will be down. All of that stuff. So people who know what they're doing with a lot of money, they might influence the markets for a moment. And I would expect that wherever we go higher or lower, we will probably revert back to where we were before Coinbase shut down. It's just going to be a moment of mayhem. But again, just saying that if we're not here at $1.04 by the 2nd of August, then maybe it's like the 7th of August, something like that. But by the end of the first week, I would think that we're there. Consolidate again like we did here, and then going into the end of August, that's what I'm trying to get to ultimately. I think that we'll see $1.77, $2.02 at a minimum. If not, because we're at least going to go above $1.65. We established that in the beginning. If not, all the way up to like 277 or 247. I really do like this 240 area, 250 area personally. Something above 220 is what I'm assuming personally by the end of August. But I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said everything I need to say. We can look at some other stuff real quick. The daily indicators, you are right here at this 50 area where you would find support. So that's nice to see. You can come down today. You can come down a little bit more, and you're still at that 50 area for support. You don't need to find support directly at it, right? You found support just below it here, and it actually didn't merit much. You found resistance just below it here, and it didn't merit much. You still went up, right? You don't have to find support right at it. It can be just below. So I'm not worried about this. You're right in the area that you expect to find support. Stochastics, it would be nice if you did start moving up over the coming days, because then you could get a bounce off the oversold zone, and that, man, that does promote some fantastic growth, right? Like here you found support. Look at that. Boom. Nice move up. Here you didn't really find support, but there you did find support, and then you started to move up. Here you found support kind of in that area, and boom, you know what I mean? So just move up over the coming days. It's okay if you take a little break today, but we want to see you recover in a short amount of time. Certainly by the end of this week, by the end of this month, we want to see you recover. The MACD looks fine. I don't care about it. It's whatever. It looks fine. Weekly time frame here. Zooming out a little bit more. Yeah. You got overbought. Now you're not. I will say, the weekly makes me think, even if you were to come down lower this week, even if you were to close at like 37 cents by the end of this week and not recover, I think you'd still be okay, because you'd be in an area to find support. But that's nice. Look at that. If this week closes green, look at this actually. Okay, so we're going to zoom in here. Last week closed, right? It recently just closed. Let's see. I need to get a vertical line. Vertical line there. Right here. It closed right there. You see where it is? So right now the RSI is pointed downwards. If this week is red, the RSI is going to be pointed down. But from where this point is and where the RSI extends afterwards, it's pivoting. It's ever moving right now. So it's moving up, it's moving down until the week ends. Do you feel me? You understand what I'm saying here? We got 5 days, 22 hours left. If this week comes up green, the RSI from this white line and onward won't be pointed down. It'll be pointed up. It'll be pointed up, and you'll be bouncing right off the overbought zone, right there. So it would be a really good thing, I think. Even if you don't close red, or close green and you close red, close at 37 cents, whatever, you'd still find support at the 60. It's still a good area to find support at. You found support at the 60 before. It didn't really bear any good things those times, but it could this time, and it's not a problem if you do, but I think it would look even better if this week it closed green. So you're down 6% now. I don't care how low you go from here, but in the next 5 days, 22 hours, the goal would be to at least close somewhat green. 1%, 10%, the more the merrier, of course, but close green. If you could engulf all of this bearishness over the past 3 weeks, if you could come up and close above like 47 cents, I think that'd be awesome, but just any kind of green at all would set you up for some phenomenal stuff on your weekly RSI. Your weekly MACD is crossing above the zero. You're finding the support at the zero. Beautiful, really beautiful. The stochastics look good. Just do that final piece and get the RSI to flip back into the overbought zone. Close this week green, okay? I think that would be a very good look and promote some serious growth over the coming weeks. Again, 41.7 cents now. I think Stellar Lumens is going to see a price all the way up at about $2.20 to $2.70, probably right there in the middle at like $2.40, $2.50. By the end of August, if not sometime in September. That's my guess. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate you. Take care of yourselves, all right? Drink some water, and don't wear sunscreen. Just find some shade or something, all right? Stay in the sun for a very short amount of time. The sun is good for you. Sun is really good for you, you guys. It's actually, what's not good for you is sunscreen. What's not good for you is dehydration. Drink some water, get out in the sun, but don't get out in there too much, right? Everything in moderation. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.